Alright, welcome back to my third playthrough of Transport Fever 2. This is the 3 climates world map. Europe, America, and there's Asia on the far right. And last time we made this highway tunnel through Istanbul, and I thought I saw headlights. I was about to say they're going the wrong way. Now we're just tweaking a bunch of these roads and moving some things around, seeing how stuff goes. But as always, if you're watching this on YouTube, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And let's get going. Now, last time I went a little long in the episode because I just kept fiddling with stuff. I don't know what to do. So yeah, now we're gonna jack with this I should delete the line and redo it. Hang on a second. I don't know. Anywho. Yeah, we're just gonna let it roll till all those disappear, because I hate looking at that many at once. I just need to redo it. What I need to do is have an up here route and a down there route, and then have a link in between them instead of trying to do the whole thing as one route. It's definitely what I need to do. Okay, join those like this. close off that edge there. Now, 1 second. Alright. Oh, that's why it's not doing it. Should I put that there? Screw it. I think I like that. Ooh, that's rough. Do the top one first. Oh yeah, let's put a red for this one, just because this is going to be road passenger. Road passenger, Istanbul.
Holy cow, it's like it's going the right way now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fuck that one. Croc Flack. It is kind of the same, but not as. This has to do more with transport, while that game has more to do with city management. This has more like a route management kind of a vibe. I've never played City Skylines, but I have watched a lot of City Skylines a while ago, but this is very similar to that game. This is going to be road passenger Istanbul upper bottom connect. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure sandbox. Depending on how you want to play, they got a campaign mode on the first Transport Fever, and this one I've never played campaign mode. It's just not my thing for these games. I'd rather build my own stuff. You just pick how big like when you start brand new and you don't even if you have no mods, which is still fun. You just pick a size of map and like I think the density of towns and industries, and then the map just pops up, and you can pick any year between 1850 and 2000, I do believe, and then you can basically start any way you want. Start with passenger routes is what I usually do. I usually put bus routes. You create your city. In this game, you can kinda. You don't put buildings and stuff down. You can pick where the roads go, other than where the game puts them. In this game, you can pick how big the city is if you want to plop it down. But that's in like, I can't just drop a city next to this right now. I have to. I'm not sure if I can save it and reload it through the map editor because that's like a separate thing. And then you go back into it and then you can keep playing it, I think. I'm not sure, I haven't tried that yet, but basically you can, like I said, I created this map and put my own towns where I wanted to and had everything set up as to like towns and where the industries were, and then I played the actual map and connected everything. Mostly so far. So yeah. Let's start here. For sure, no problem. Trying to do my part. It's a fun game. I love it. Always have. Bothers me how that's not straight through. So come out of the station, go here, stop, go across to here. Actually, this should be boom, 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 boom. So now we have to make another line. As you can see, I'm a City Skylines player. Oh, that definitely, I thought about playing that, but I'm not, I don't like to play multiple games of the same kind of game, you know what I mean? Like, I used to play GTA 5 and Call of Duty a lot, and then I started playing Fortnite, and playing, like, multiple shooters at once, like, didn't, compute for me very well. So, yeah, every passenger is Istanbul bottom bus route. I'll just do lower bus route.
pots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that's pretty damn good. I mean, I could play all those games at once, you know, but I work 40, 50 hours a week at my regular full-time job, and as you can see, I still haven't missed a day of streaming in 328 days. I've streamed for basically at least an hour every day, and some days up to 4 or 5 hours, and like I said, some as little as 1, but I have very, not precious time, but if I want to play multiple games, like, it would just take a lot, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to say. But yeah. So now we need to... Crack Flack is now following. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. It means a lot. That's super awesome of you. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. But, yeah, like I was saying, it's very, you should put another station over here. No problem. Maybe I should do that. That's a good idea. I'm so smart. Don't you love being smart? I don't give a shit about that. What am I doing? I want to... Six. And get rid of 8. And 13 should be... Get rid of 13. Now I can do one, two, three, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So now it connects on both sides. That's such a good idea. Oh, for sure. Nah, right? See, I've never, I think if I did it too much, then I might go into problems with, like, copyright stuff, but I think since it's only for a few seconds, Twitch doesn't pick up on it, you know what I mean? Like if I suddenly got like 100, like let's just say some crazy amount, thousands or even more people, like I got hosted, you know what I mean? Like, I think, I would, I think if the following noise happened over and over, it would think it was the song, and then it would
flag me or mute the stream or some shit. But that's why I turned off I always have music off on games and all kinds of stuff, you know, just in case. But anywho, now where's this damn gas station I had at? There it is. I need to have another one like right here. These are like my favorite building in the whole game is these gas stations. That's a little bit smoother of a hill. Oh, for sure, yeah. Well, they added some things in this game now, like in the second one now, like emissions. That tells you where all the traffic is, like this. Then there's street traffic layer. That's what I was looking at earlier. You can kind of see like where the pink is. That's where like traffic jams are. And when everything's blue, that's really good. And then there's stations layer. That shows you all the stations, and then whatever. Basically, it shows you what's overloaded and or like what's busy and what's not. You know what I mean? Cargo layer. It shows you like speeds for, or no, what how much cargo is going in a certain area. I do believe. I've never looked at a lot of this stuff because I just play it the way I always have and look at a few extra things, you know. That's the main reason why I got like the what is it? The bus stations linked up. I think that's what I meant to say. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, every one of these layers does something crazy. That one's like track speeds, which is cool. Land use, that tells you like green is residential, blue is commercial, yellow is industry. And if you use a lot, I don't have any ships on this map, but I had a map a few weeks ago that had a lot of boats. Pretty crazy. Navigable waters, so you can go anywhere as long as you got a high enough bridge, you know. And then contour lines, so if you're fiddling with mountains like I do, then you can see everything, like all the individual layers and how high the elevation is and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. It's a big step up from the last game, but I should probably put buses on here before I start fiddle-faddling with everything. Do another line? Screw it. What's this one going to be? Green? Pink? Let's do pink. And this is going passenger. Of course, you know a lot of this isn't. Do you have an airport? I have several. Give me 1 second. I'll show it to you in a hot second. Istanbul. Connect. So I have in the center here some like another thing I forgot to tell you is like each town has like goods or like services they need. In the first game, every town needed everything, but in this one, each town only needs 2. Like naturally, you can mod it to where you have all of them like the first game, but that just gets too insane. Plus, like it doesn't need 844 of everything. It has like certain amounts. You know what I mean, based off of industry and residential buildings and stuff like that. But I have it's really getting glitchy because there's so much stuff on the map, like I said earlier. But the European side, you can, when you create the town, like I was telling you earlier, you can have one kind of, well, you can pick any of the items that the town needs. Like this needs fuel and goods. I made every town on this whole side need goods and fuel, and then everything in the center in the US part is food and construction materials, and then everything on the Asian side of the map is tools and machines. So certain lines of product require more things, like more steps, but the easy stuff is the food and the building materials. But I have this airport right here, and it connects with this airport up here. I made this like a couple weeks ago, I think. Yeah, it was pretty fun. Pretty gnarly. I like it. But when you're messing with, right? When you're messing with, it took me forever to get this right, because like this line isn't, I don't even think, yeah, this line isn't even getting used. That's the funny thing, is I used to have trains doing this, where I'd get the seed from the farms and then bring it back down to the food processing plants down here, and then it would distribute between the towns with the train for food. But then I had such huge trains and they weren't keeping up with demand, so then I just put in an airport here and here, and now the planes do it back and forth. But I really like this line I made with this spiral to go down, so I just left it there. And then I put these dump trucks down here like they're working on the line, you know what I mean? It's pretty cool. And then yeah, this one's pretty awesome. I had to cut off this road because otherwise like you can make it to where they have to use certain roads, like normally New York, the spiral, yeah, you haven't even seen the other side yet. It's even better. But you could drive from New York City to Phoenix if you just drove through here and then cut across through here and then drove over. But since I wanted them to use this huge interchange that I have, then I cut this road off. And because like this is what catchment is, like when you click on this, that lights up, that shows it's connected. But if this road wasn't here, then it wouldn't be able to be connected to that, so you can't just put stuff wherever you want. That's how this airport and this train station and everything around it is all connected, because I have the roads and everything is set up just the right way to make it work. But This is even better. This is what I'm proud of the most. Not the wind farm, but the wind farm's cool. But I made this. Now this line is still getting used. They go up one, even though I have double track both sides, it doesn't matter because it's not hooked up, but it goes up one side, goes up the spiral, goes around twice, goes all the way across this huge bridge. These 4 bridges cost almost $1 billion in game because they're so tall and what kind of bridge it is. And then you go through there, you pick up a bunch of seed or you drop off food. You come back down this way, you go down twice, 2 spirals, then you come straight out through here, and then you go back down to the bottom. And originally there was just one road here, but then when I started putting in highways, I put in the double bridge, and that costs more, obviously. And this building right here is the building that counts as like your, see how it says William Brady 12X Transport. Whatever, you can name it whatever you want. It just goes off your name for Steam or whatever, I guess, and tells you different numbers. Like some people have super high numbers. I don't really pay attention to this too much, but I usually just put it in a cool spot and leave it and never mess with it ever again. But this is cool right here. This is New York City. These are assets that I have because you can download mods and get like containers to just place around. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can just put stuff wherever you want, you know what I mean? I could put that in the middle of the street if I wanted to and then just go through it, but yeah, this is I had a roundabout here just because, and I just threw some buildings in there. It's like the Space Needle or some Russian antenna thing or something. I put it inside of a building and put a Ferris wheel in front of it just as a goof. And then yeah, that's cool. Oh, this one right here. I like to put my train depots in cool spots, and this one is on the side of a mountain, right by this little pass through right here. Those are awesome. Now we can, since you're new to this game, we'll watch train. Go first person, and then you can move the mouse, look around, just kind of move the camera a little bit. God, it's just so choppy. So yeah, and I just lost all my routes, but I still don't have buses on there. I need to get buses on there pronto. But yeah, that's kind of a quick overview of, or a quick review of my map so far. Next time, hopefully, if I remember, we'll connect Madrid to the highway system. Because I don't want everything to connect to everything. I want it to like feed through different ones, you know. So I might do not only these clover leaves down here by Moscow and have it run across like that. And none of the sides are, oh wait, this is another thing. I made an oil rig out of asset parts, like all these little, like, oops, that's gonna be down there forever. Maybe not. Like loose wood and oil tank and pipes and Like you can basically put stuff wherever you want, you know what I mean? So I made this like a month ago at least. How I made this just came out on YouTube like a couple days ago, and it did pretty good. So yeah, it's definitely took me a while. It took me like an hour to make it, but and then like I have these pipes that come with that one of the sets, and then I act like it comes over here, and then goes underground a little, and then goes back underground again, and then it comes over to this oil refinery over here, and I put all this stuff on the outside there, all the pipes and all these little tanks and everything, and then here's the oil refinery that's there. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I like fiddling with stuff. That's why I really only intended on playing this game for an hour tonight, and I'm at about 4 hours here in a minute, so yeah, I need to put some damn buses on here. But yeah, I love this game, and it's awesome. And I've played it every day since it came out, and that was 81 days ago. So I'm about I'm not overkill on it, but I'm getting there. So yeah, this needs to be do two. Let's just do 4. Pink. Go. Now I need for this we'll do regular buses, and after a certain point, I think when you get to 2000 or 2050 or something like that, you unlock these electric buses. Like they're basically like Tesla buses, because the Tesla semi trucks kind of look like this right here. This definitely looks like what the Tesla trucks look like in real life. So I just use Tesla stuff for everything, just because I feel like it, I guess. Now this needs to be like 12. And it's really bad that I'm adding more vehicles to, where should that be? Lower. Yeah, 12. And then, and then connect would be 4. Upper would be upper, connect has 4. But you create all the street and city. No, like when you put down, like when I created it, like if I put this here, like if I clicked, if I was creating this map right now, and I just click, I picked large city like I was telling you, and I just clicked right there. You'd see like gray lines like scattering around a little bit, and you'd see roads getting made, and then it would just plop, and then there'd be like 10 roads. and then as it grows and gets bigger, and when you connect stuff, it spiders out. And if you don't do anything with the roads, then they're like different kinds and they don't look right, and then they're mixed and stuff like that. But like this, I basically put in most of these. Like this zigzag one at the top, that was there before, but I added all these connecting ones because before, like, the town was only on the top of here, so I had to put in this long one right here to come down to here. This one right here I put in, and you can change like the type of road. Obviously, like, you just click on this, and if I wanted to change these roads to the like a 2-lane, I would just click like that, and then you can change, like, it's red if it's different and blue if it's the same. And basically you can change anything pretty much. So pretty cool. Buses, everything have buses. Can I turn this on? Damn it. We got pink, yellow, and blue. What am I missing? This one? No. Upper. Upper, there we go. And that does not have buses, so we need to go to buy vehicles, and that's gonna be 6. And like after you play it for a while, you kind of learn like how many you should put where and all that kind of stuff, and half the time I'm wrong, so you know, I love explaining to people because, you know, some people watch these games on YouTube, some don't, you know. It all depends on what you got going on, you know, and I love this game. Oh, and if somebody else wants to play it, I'm going to let them know how awesome it is and talk to you for hours if I have to, just to show how much I love this game. But anywho, let's start it up. But yeah, I got all these and then when you like buy, you have like 12 stops on your route or whatever, and you buy 10 buses, they all don't go in the same, like, half of them might go one way, and then a couple will go this way, and then 2 will go up here, and then they'll spread out, and then they'll kind of, they might not be perfectly spaced, but they're pretty much spaced out. Otherwise, you'd have, like, if you really wanted to do it, you'd do it right. You'd buy 4 and send them out, and then you'd wait for them to get into the route and move around, and then you'd send 4 more out, and then they'd be more spread out. But that all depends on what you want to do. But anywho, I need to check something. Actually, I want to save it right now before. I haven't saved it in literally an hour, so that's terrifying. Because all kinds of weird stuff. All kinds of weird stuff happen in this game when you got a lot of mods and the map is really full and there's a lot of cars and all that kind of stuff. It might freeze, you know. Yeah, I have 306 road vehicles, 38 trains, 2 trams, 4 planes, no buses. So yeah, once you get rolling on these games, it definitely gets pretty insane. Like if you got a really good computer, like everything's really awesome and expensive and it's great and all that jazz, like you could probably get pretty crazy with this. But like one time I was saving it and all that, and I'm paranoid about saving, so I just save over and over a bunch of times. But one time I was playing and I just wanted to delete a bus stop and put in one like the next road over because it was too close to another one, and then it froze the game. I clicked on it to get rid of it, and then nothing happened, and then the game just shut off, and the screen on the stream went blank. And I was like, That's why you can choose how often it auto saves, so you're not always clicking on stuff, you know. But anywho, I'm gonna let it run a little bit more. Screw it. I don't like going over an hour, but I am, and that's fine. But I don't know. Hey Croc, do you want a exclusive sneak peek of what I'm gonna do next? My next map, I think. Oh wait. Check this out. This might not happen for another week or two, but it might be it. This is a very small version of what I'm gonna do, but and I already saved it, so I'm not gonna save it after this, because this stuff, when I made this map, you don't even know, when I made this map, I spent like $30 billion or 500 billion or something crazy, because when you're creating the map you have like a running total of money, but that doesn't even do anything really. Like when you create the map, your money isn't saved for when you do like when you start playing it as a map and not creating it, it doesn't save your debt, so it just shows you how much you made. But pretty awesome. Okay, what am I doing? Okay. I just want, because you can see how I lowered it down to this one line, and then now everything is just the height of this line. Now, like over here, I raise it up until this black line. Then I go like this. Whoops. That's why you gotta look, it gets a little screwy when you're trying to mess with stuff, but that's wrong. Now, okay. So yeah. But what I'm going to do is now you see how I have kind of a step pyramid thing kind of going. Now I'm kind of redoing stuff I did in my old game, but this is kind of what it's going to be. It's going to have, now it's either going to be parts of the map or the entire map. I haven't decided yet, because if it's the entire map, then the map's going to be way smaller. So, but in order to do this and have towns be on this, it's going to be like 4 or 5 high, and probably
See how huge that is already. But this is going to go around the whole edge of the map or certain areas. I haven't decided yet. I'm probably going to have to tweak my idea. Perfect scenario would be as if I could make the entire map do this. But that's not going to work. So I would just like I would click here like a small town, and then there'd just be a few little roads, and then there'd be another one up here, and then I would make like a, seeing the fact that it's so high, I might not be able to do that because like I could only oh wow, I was muted. Oops. But anyways, yeah, I was saying I could have towns in each corner and in the center, and then connect all of them. But it's gonna have to be a really super small map if I do that, because there's no way I'd be able to. I could edit the whole map if it was a giant one, but having that many towns, I've learned my lesson when I do cool designs and stuff. I don't want to. I don't want to have the map be too big, otherwise I can't play it for a long time because then it won't work. But that's kind of my idea. It's gonna be like an inverted pyramid. Instead of being wide at the bottom and high in the middle, it's gonna be low in the middle and high on the edges. So it'll be like an outside thing like that. And I've done stuff like that in my old YouTube videos from like months ago, but that was on the old game, so I just wanna. I'm definitely not saving this, but because I just spent like $100 million doing that. Gets expensive, but anywho, like I said earlier, Croc Flack, thank you for the follow and hanging out and asking questions and all that good stuff. And everybody on the stream, don't go anywhere. I will be right back. Alright, I want to thank you for watching this episode. As always, if you're watching this on YouTube, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm on Twitch every day at 12:05 a.m. Central US, and I upload to YouTube every day at 9 a.m. Central US. And yeah, thank you everybody for the follows, the views, all that good stuff. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time. Deuces.